Welcome to India Today Sosouth. I'm Sara Fazil. For the second time in a month, the Congress government in Karnataka has been rocked by allegations of a scam, triggering a political firestorm in the state. Karnataka's Chief Minister Siddaramaiah dismissed the BJP's demand for a CBI probe into alleged irregularities in the Mysuru Urban Development Authority. The controversy surrounds land allotments, including plots given to Siddaramaiah's wife under a disputed scheme. The BJP alleges corruption, but Siddaramaiah defended the process and refused to resign. Joining me is my colleague Mahesh Chitnis, who brings us the live updates about the alleged scandal of MUDA right from Mysuru. Over to you, Mahesh. If you can tell us that, first revealing details about the MUDA scam, what it was, how did it, how did all the details come to the forefront, and what is the CM's involvement?
Yes, Sarah, the irregularities that are happening in MUDA are not new. That the allegations of corruptions have been coming from several past to at least 2 to 3 years, but no action was taken. But recently, an RT activist filed a fresh fresh set of documents from the MUDA, that is Mysuru Urban Development Authority, in which it was revealed that several of the sites were illegally allotted to some of the landowners, which were acquired way back in 1990s. One among them was Siddaramaiah's wife, Parvati. We are currently standing exactly next to the land which is now become the bone of contention. This is the exact piece of land of 3 acre and 16 guntas. This land was denotified by Mysuru Urban Development Authority way back in 1998. It was under the name of Lingaraju. Then in 2004, Siddaramaiah's brother-in-law bought this piece of land despite it being denotified. By then, the MUDA had decided to convert this particular area into a residential layout. After that, Siddaramaiah's brother-in-law transferred this particular land Siddaramaiah's wife Parvati in 2010. So now, according to the rules, the landowner from whom the land was acquired by MUDA has to get the compensation. So accordingly, Siddaramaiah's wife Parvati wrote to MUDA seeking an alternative land or the compensation in cash. So after days of deliberation, years of deliberations, in 2021, MUDA decided to allot 38,000 square feet of land to CM's wife in posh Vijayanagar area. Remember, the land which was acquired by MUDA was very much less valued as compared to Vijayanagar. When it was acquired in 1998 and when it was bought by Siddaramaiah's brother-in-law in 2004, the land value, that is, which is in the Kesare village in North Mysuru region, it was just around 1,200 to 1,500 square feet. But when we compare it to Vijayanagar area, where around 38,000 square feet of land has been allotted to CM's wife, where the land value there stands at 7,000 to 8,000 per square feet. Remember, Vijayanagar layout was formed in 1990, way back in 1991, and this decision to form the layout in Kesare village was only taken in 2003. Even though according to the RTI activist, some the rules suggest that the land MUDA has to give the landowner exact equivalent land which has been acquired. That is, the rules call it as 50-50 rule, which is also a disputed one. According to which, if we explain what is 50-50, once the MUDA acquires a land, it has to be developed and then handed over to 50% of it to the landowner, and 50% MUDA will acquire it and then allot to the beneficiaries. So in this way, the rule suggests that the land where you have acquired it, the land has to be given in the same layout or in the neighboring layout of equivalent value. But in this particular case, that equivalent value is not there. That's what the RT activists are alleging. So now, if you take into account the overall land value at the current state, in the Kesare village, which the land which was earlier held by CM's wife, is around 85 lakhs. if you compare the same land value which has been allotted to the CM's wife in Vijayanagara now, that comes up to around at least 15 crores. That is where the major bone of contention is, and that is why the opposition and some of the activists in Mysuru are demanding a serious CBI probe, and they were asking CM to surrender the land allotted by the MUDA. Meanwhile, the CM has been maintaining that the land which has been allotted him is legal enough, and it was done in during the BJP's tenure, and there is no need for CBI probe, as he has set up a three-member probe committee to completely audit the land allocation and come out with the report within 4 weeks.
Scandal that the BJP is alleging has the involvement of Siddaramaiah and his family. There was also a claim being made about Siddaramaiah coming out yesterday and telling the media that I don't know about the allotment that was given, who did it, when they did it, when the fact of the matter is clear that his wife's land, it was compensated to her. So if you could throw some light and tell her about that compensation element that Siddaramaiah is talking about, saying for the land that they took from us, they compensated us back for what was taken.
Exactly, that is where the major, alleged scandal the BJP is accusing Siddaramaiah of. Some of the RT activists here claim that, according to the rules, MUDA rules, the land acquired by it, the landowner from whom the land has been acquired, he has to be given, developed land in the same layout. That is, 50% of the developed land has to go to the landowner in the same layout, or of the land of the equivalent value. That is the same value. Say if Moda acquires 1 acre of land which is priced at 1 crore, the landowner has to get the alternative land is of the same value in the same layout or in a neighboring layout which is developed in the same year. But in this case, what has happened is the land in which Siddaramaiah's wife has given to Muda is of very less value. That is around just 1,500 to 2,000 square feet. We compare it to the Vijayanagar era, where she has received around 38,000 square feet of land in Vijayanagar first and third stage, it is per square feet it is around 6,500 to 7,500. So it is almost like 3 to 4 times the land value. That's what the BJP and the RT activists claiming that the MUDA officials in order to help and in order to gain the maximum land value, intentionally they have allotted the site to Siddaramaiah's wife in Vijayanagar, but not in Kesare village, where there are several empty lines we can see here around. Despite being there are empty lines, but the land has been allotted only in Vijayanagar. That is one of the contention the BJP is claiming, and that's why demanding that it has to be handed over to the CBI. But this is not the only case where the allegations of corruptions against officials are involved. According to the RTI activists, there are at least around 6,000 more such cases where officials in access with the some of the elected representatives have allotted such similar kind of sites for a higher value by getting some kind of bribe. That's why they are demanding a CBI probe so that all the allegations that they have made will be come forth.
Came forward and have revealed details on the alleged MUDA scandal is with you. If they are with you, if we can to speak to them and ask them some more questions. If not, if you could highlight some of the key features that they have told you about this alleged scandal.
Yes, Sarah, the RT activist Gangaraju has said that basically in 1998 the land was denotified, and there is a big question that how come land which has been denotified was bought by CM Siddaramaiah's brother-in-law. Remember, in 1998 CM Siddaramaiah was then the deputy chief minister of Karnataka. That time this such a transaction had taken place, and meanwhile when he bought the land in 2004, he had allegedly mentioned the name, address of CM Siddaramaiah's residence in Mysuru. Even though the land was bought in the name of CM's brother-in-law, the address mentioned in was the chief minister's residence in Mysuru. And moreover, the RT activists have claiming that it was a well-planned, strategy to get the maximum land value of Vijayanagara and not getting, equivalent land in Kesare village, Sarah.
Now, the added information that we're getting here is the Urban Development Minister, Bhairathi Suresh, is currently in Mysuru. Now, he has ordered a high-level probe by a four-member committee headed by Commissioner of Urban Development Authority, R. Venkatachalapati, an IAS officer. Now, while this inquiry committee is expected to probe the irregularities in the allotment of sites under the 50-50 scheme during the last 2 years, Mr. Bhairathi Suresh assured to cancel all illegal allotments made under this scheme. In the government order on inquiry, the committee has been given 2 weeks to come forward and submit the report. Don't forget to keep watching India Today Sosouth. Do subscribe to our channel by clicking on the bell icon, and also drop your comments as to what do you think about this alleged MUDA scandal and the involvement of the Karnataka Chief Minister and the allegations made by the Karnataka State BJP unit. I'm Sara Fazal and you're watching India Today Sosouth.